7:10 p.m. Tuesday, June 22nd, 2021, episode number 869 of Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth.
Hello, Jonathan. You said 7, not 7-Eleven. 7:10, not quite 7-Eleven.
Why are they called that? Because originally that's the hours that they kept?
I don't, it's all...
Is that why?
I don't know anymore.
Those were considered... Those are crazy hours?
7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. Got a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar here. I have a... this was a side note, but I have an Us magazine.
Us Weekly?
Us Weekly. 25 Things You Don't Know About Me.
By
James Brolin. He's still got it, and he does. He looks insane. 80-year-old actor takes us through his legendary life. He gives me 25 things I didn't know about him.
This is Josh Brolin's father.
This is Joshua Brolin's father, Jim Brolin. You know what number 7 is? 25 things you didn't know about me? I wish Dr. Pepper wasn't so sweet. I did not know that about you. Most of the facts are more sort of like 25 things you didn't know about me. I've been an amateur photography enthusiast since I was a boy, or, not more. That seems a little bit
specific.
Very specific. I wish Dr. Pepper wasn't so sweet. Well, maybe if you hit that 0, maybe if your fucking son could stop by a 7-10 and pick you up a fucking 0. Come on, Josh.
The name 7-Eleven originally was Totem Stores.
Okay.
But in 1946,
wow,
when the hours expanded from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., the name changed. A University of Texas football game kept a 7-Eleven location in Austin open all night with post-game business in the 1960s,
revelry,
inspiring overnight hours every weekend. The first 24-hour store opened across the street from Texas Christian University, followed by another near Southern Methodist University, as well Dallas, as operations in Las Vegas.
I feel like when I'm in a 7-Eleven in Dallas, where the shit popped off, I'm in the cut right there.
Right. 2/3 of 7-Eleven stores were open 24 hours, 7 days a week by 1975.
That's all it took. God, imagine back in the day when things were just like had hours and they would close. You'd be like, I need to get like a lottery ticket. What do you mean?
Though you don't understand. In the desert, everything closes.
Oh, is that? It's like 1940s.
Still got to prep like. Oh, we better order that now because as soon as the sun it's
over.
And now we have several businesses that just shutter their locations for the next 3 months because it's
120 degrees every day.
So I live in a fucking resort town.
Super Lotto was when? I better get that ticket early.
Bye. We're gone. We'll see you. See you after Halloween.
See you Thanksgiving. Jonathan's pool hours. I'll tell you something. We're talking about West Virginia. I got that fucking
Dupe.
Well, I got that book,
Dupe
that
publication,
and it like
tricking you,
luring
you in.
I got this one right here that I ordered up.
You ordered it?
Same thing, dude. Sweet Home Alabama. They got to get rid of that. They got to Can somebody write a new? They got to get rid of. That's got to get old for them.
Probably.
That stupid song and referenced anytime and talks about their state.
So often.
Played so stupidly often. But I'll tell you, ordered this right up, showed up in the mailbox, pick a page, tell me when to stop. Like a deck of cards. I'm Ricky J over here. Tell me when to stop.
Just beauty, fucking food and beauty.
I want you to yell out.
Stop.
No, I want you to yell out, Bama. Yell out, Crimson Tide. Oh, whoa, what's that? Look at this. The Shoals.
Oh, yeah. Famous.
Look at this.
It's beautiful.
These $1 million fucking dupes.
This one might have a little bit more going for it.
That's a good-looking glossy,
West
huh?
Virginians are not to be trusted.
Yeah, that's true. But this...
This, on the other hand...
Oh, my God, look at this beautiful state. Look at how scenic this state... Did you think a state could be that scenic? Who takes these photographs?
Lyric Theater.
They got me. So I scratched our trip to fucking West Virginia. We're going right into Alabama now that I got this.
Hit up Montgomery.
Go right in there, Montgomery. Look at this magazine, right?
Very beautiful.
Every page enticing you, calling you.
Sweet Chrome, Alabama.
Relocate here.
A lot of motorcycle trips.
Puns. They keep doing that, huh? God, they need a new song. God, they must be sick of that. So yeah, that's. I think I have other states coming. Each state, it's a new dupe because the photographs are high-res color photographs.
I think we owe it to ourselves to
go to every state
to hit some of these.
to take this book to every state.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
I didn't. We talked about this.
Did I ask you this?
I have a vague notion of my mother and I riding horses on the beach.
But like in another lifetime?
In another realm. Like, so literally,
dimension.
yeah, like cannot be true. Because at what point were just my mother and I galloping on horses on the beach? Galloping?
No.
It's the only way I do it.
The Cape?
The only way I do it.
Did you do it on the Cape?
Galloping on an empty beach. Obviously a dreamscape, just thought, wouldn't this be beautiful?
Maybe it's a premonition of the future.
On Arabian horses, galloping on an empty
something that's yet to
beach.
happen.
That's
yet to
probably
occur.
what
She's
it is.
coming here, in 2 days?
To be here, so
this would maybe
call Sunset Ranch.
Be the time.
Hey, could you lay some sand out? Stables. Oh my God! Now, speaking of places, national parks inspire awe in millions of visitors each year, right? But they can also be potentially deadly places for tourists and hikers caught unprepared. On Memorial Day, a San Jose, California man plummeted 500 feet to his death from the summit of Mount Russell in Sequoia National Park in California. Already knew about that because Samantha was there when it happened, like camping with her friends. And we got back. I'm like, did you know?
Word got out.
Did you know that?
We saw it. We watched.
Yeah, we watched it. It was 500 feet goes quick.
Dude disappeared in the Mojave. I mean, in Joshua Tree too. Somebody disappears there every 2 days.
Disappeared like the mob.
We don't know.
We don't know
because there's a lot of definitely couples. Or he was an ex-boyfriend and they took a day trip and then he shot her in the car and then walked out into the desert and shot her. There's a lot of that.
A lot of burying.
A lot of shovels. Dual murder suicides.
Shovel handles.
But there's
everywhere.
also people who just head out and I think maybe succumb to the elements
you
a little
need water?
bit.
No, I have a zero sugar. I'm just going to drink that. I'm fine. You don't bring any water? I've had 3 0 sugars and 2 coffees. I'll be right back. So yeah, the first thing I did, I was like, "Do you know that?" She's like, she's ready to tell me. Did you know that?
Did you?
His hiking partner tumbled while trying to save him, but survived.
Oh God, what a terrible way. I mean,
unless
he's doing what he loves.
Yeah, doing what he loves, walking. I mean, fucking shit.
Tumbling.
But yeah, the tumbling. Yeah, he was like tumbling. He loved to tumble. But that could have been like a. Oh, let me get you. I got you, baby. No, baby. I got you. Kick rocks. Anyway, accidents within national parks and other recreation areas could spike this summer
for sure.
because travelers are so eager to
also out of practice
and out of practice and thirsty with not the right shoes. An analysis of National Park Service data found that California is home to 5 of the 20 deadliest national parks, including Sequoia and Kings Canyon. Now, these are the top 5.
Deadly.
This is a summertime deadly.
Yosemite?
Number 5, Little River in Alabama.
Oh.
Sweet Little River, Alabama. Look it up. Go to the glossary.
What they say about it. They're like, dangerous.
It's called Lookout Mountain. Now, that's they're going to get some deaths there. That just happens.
Given.
Look out. Yeah, look out. Look out for your partner who's getting further away from you somehow on this mountain. Number 4, Big Thicket. It's in Tejas, the biological crossroads of North America, they call it. Biological. Number 3, Upper Delaware. It's in Pennsylvania and New York State. Tranquility and excitement, they promise, which is true.
And
Tranquility. This is beautiful. Excitement.
oh my god.
Oh my God. Grandma.
I'm falling.
I'm falling. How was the trip? At first, it was incredibly tranquil, and then it
Grandma
got
died.
wildly exciting. Right before Grandma died. Number 2, Denali in Alaska. More than a mountain, they call Denali. More than a feeling. More than a mountain. You can't fuck around up in Denali, dude. You don't know when you're out in that wilderness. You don't know. Sheep, bighorn sheep, is that something? They'll get you. The number 1 deadliest place in the world, not just parks, the North Cascades in Washington State. The North Cascades are calling.
I can't find this. Maybe they just don't make a mention of it because
It's like, yeah, there's no we don't
number
13, there's no page 13, goes from 12 to 14, and they don't talk about
Lookout Mountain.
They don't talk about Lookout Mountain.
Nobody talks.
No one talks about it. It's like one of those things. You play a show in Birmingham, you bring up Lookout Mountain.
Why are the Cascades so dangerous? Because it gets so wet? Slippery?
Slippery rocks.
Oh, Grandma.
Grandma! And Grandpa! Holy shit! The Cascades are calling. Yeah, they're calling out. Grandma! Grandpa! Holy shit! You don't want to catch a case out there. You don't bring your grandparents out there. You don't bring out anybody that you got any beef with that they could try to trace it back to you. Because you might think,
I got this.
But
then they're going to be like.
But they'll be like, what?
Why did
you did what?
Why did you take them there?
Yeah, it's so wet.
Why you guys argued a lot?
You argued all the time. It's the only time you weren't arguing was when they were falling.
We have reports that say you guys argued the entire time. Except right after they tumbled.
They were tumbling. And we have it on camera. You make a very weak attempt to... Oh, no! Is that... Let's play it back for the jury. Oh, no! That's how you actually acted? It sounds so dramatic and feigned. No, I was so distraught that my lover that I fight with, then you have
my grandmother and my lover.
Yeah, my grandmother and my lover. You have 19 witnesses that claim we're always fighting. Oh my God. 25 things you don't know about me. I think Dr. Pepper's a little sweet.
He's got a point.
Jimmy, that's a very specific thing that I didn't know about you.
But
it's something that if I meet him, I can bring up in conversation.
Has
your son brought you the 0?
Have you felt the 0?
Have you hit the 0
have you
yet?
Felt the wrath of the 0 yet?
Has your son cared enough about you? Now listen, if my dad gave an interview to this magazine and he wrote that night, I'd have a 0 over in his fridge.
Yeah.
That's me as a son. I don't know who Josh Brolin is as a person. As an actor, exquisite. As a person, I don't know yet.
Maybe not. Maybe, yeah.
I'm not saying he's not a good...
I think he is.
You know what?
I got a hunch that he is.
I have a hunch that Jimmy's probably had a 0 since this publication last week. Do you know how great you'd know of how good of a man Josh Brolin is? If you ever met James Brolin, said, have you had a 0 since the interview? And he'd be like, I have.
The
night of.
This is the stupidest thing we've ever done.
But this is a way to really cut through the Hollywood bullshit and find out who the best son is.
Who the best Hollywood son is.
And that's coming this fall on NBC.
Best
Hollywood son. Coming to NBC this fall.
So wild.
Who's going to host that? Who's a great Hollywood son that would understand what this show's about?
Hello.
Thank you.
Who else?
Who's somebody that can Who's somebody who can understand what it is to be a great Hollywood son?
What it takes.
What it took and what it takes
to keep
the stamina and the staying power to be a great Hollywood son. Did you give your father any new beverages when you saw him?
No. He's not really.
But you hip him to anything that he needed to know about? Maybe
indulging at the moment.
If he was talking about 25 things that he didn't know about, maybe you're like, Dad.
No, not really.
Okay.
We're looking at computer shit. He was just off. He had done a bit of a fast, so he wasn't having any.
He wasn't fucking around.
There's no sodas, no anything.
No bullshit.
Normally we go in on like sodas or ice cream or sodas, one or the other. We did neither. And the plan was to go exploring in this area where I'm looking at property, but there had been a fire there recently, and time just didn't really permit. Okay. So we didn't do it. We kind
of exploring where somebody could get pushed.
No,
maybe slip, not push,
slipping,
tumbling. Tumble Mountain, I think they call it.
Old Tumble Mountain, they called it.
Near Bomb Desert. Tumbler Mountain, might know it as. Time permitting, we didn't get
Dungeon,
there.
They called it.
You know, you sweat so much, and then the sweat drips down onto the rock, and then your shoe hits the rock, hits the sweat, hits the whoa!
You're tumbling.
Yeah, and the rest is history.
The rock tumbler. No beverages.
Just true companionship. Just a father and a son. Reconnecting.
If there's any.
Been since December 2019. You decided to lock in.
We saw each other for the first time. Yeah, I mean we've stayed in touch. My mom and my dad enough. We've talked a lot, but there's no substitute for that. No, seeing them,
pat on the back,
seeing them in person.
You know,
seeing them at my front door.
You know, Christian side hug. That real connection.
It was lovely. I'm trying to think if I had tried any new beverages, but I think the last thing I've like really got down with you put me onto. So the only thing is, like I said to you, I saw that there was a cherry Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar that was sitting in the market that I almost bought, and I didn't because they only had like giant 24 pack or something, and I was like, well, what if I don't like it? So, or if I really like it, then it'll be dangerous for me to have that. You don't like
it, you run it over to fucking Jimmy's house. You leave it outside. You put a note that says from Josh. You do him a solid. You're the host of the show. You got to find innovative ways to connect fathers and sons. Challenge accepted. So we buy a map of the Stars' homes. We find out where he lives.
Who else? Who else is there? Now, does the son have to have some level of stardom of them? They're on their own? No.
The dad is the catalyst, but it's the son showing, watch how correct I can come for you, Dad, because I love you. And then we find out who the great sons are of all of Hollywood.
This
Man,
is so
at least that could be a
stupid.
6-episode summertime, like, 4 or 5 weeks in August, first week of September before the real season starts. Easy. Burner show, Burner 6 episodes. I could sell that shit, dog. I could sell that in 10 minutes. Drop me in an office. Done.
What's it called?
I forgot.
Sons of
Other
Hollywood?
than that, no, that was already a show. Was Sons of Hollywood, was that the reality show with Jon Stewart and Randy Spelling? And
was that what it
David
was called?
Weintraub.
I remember.
Yeah, Sons of Hollywood.
Is that what it was called?
I think so.
Rod Stewart's son was trying to do his like bad band.
He's popping up on this season 2 of The Hills, trying to hook up with Audrina, and like simping out to the max on MTV on Wednesday nights. It's insane. Let me just double check that. Sons of Hollywood. Man, that's like early days of reality show. American reality show. It was on April of 2007. Randy Spelling, son of Aaron Spelling, Sean Stewart, son of British rocker Rod Stewart, and agent David Weintraub. Maybe that's his agent. The show follows the trio of former pampered Hollywood youth as they try to make it in Hollywood, billed as the real entourage. The show follows Randy and Sean, sons of famous Hollywood stars, as they attempt to do something with their lives. So it's 2007, so 70, 18, so 14 years later, Sean is now appearing on season 2 of The Hills, trying to bone down on Audrina.
And he's like, what, 36?
He's like 54. Wow. The show ran for one season containing 13 episodes. Oh, God. Anyway, give me something.
Fuck.
That's our show is... it had a different name that was better. I just can't remember. We can work that out. Best Hollywood Sun. Or was it Best Hollywood Day? Yeah, Best Hollywood Sun.
That's pretty close, though. Turns out the comic books were wrong, Seth. Japanese researchers found that mouse sperm, exposed to high levels of cosmic radiation for nearly 6 years, produced a large brood of healthy, unremarkable space pups. Their study was published in Science Advances, which noted no signs so far of mouse zillas or rodent hulks. The sperm was stored in the International Space Station in freeze-dried form, once brought back to Earth and rehydrated.
Whoa.
It resulted in the birth of 168 young, free of genetic defects. Developmental biologist and lead author Teruhiko Wakayama said that there was little difference between mice fertilized by space sperm and sperm that had remained confined to our planet. All pups had normal appearance, he said, and when researchers examined their genes, no abnormalities were found. Quote, in the future, when the time comes to migrate to other planets, we will need to maintain the diversity of genetic resources, not only for humans, but also for pets and domestic animals, Wakayama and colleagues wrote in their paper. For cost and safety reasons, it is likely that stored germ cells will be transported by spaceships rather than by living animals. According to the team's calculations, freeze-dried sperm could be stored for up to 200 years on board the orbital outpost. Humanity might also want to spread its genetic resources off-planet in case of a disaster on Earth, the paper added.
Gotta keep my sperm off planet. You don't know.
The study noted it is still necessary to investigate the effects of space radiation on frozen female eggs and fertilized embryos before humans take this next step into the space age.
Gotta check on that, too. I always started with the dudes, I guess.
But that's how we got here, right? Isn't that... We were alien DNA
Anunnaki,
chucked from another planet.
Space egg. Another galaxy. Stored
here.
Billion-year-old Anunnaki frozen space sperm. You say chucked off of a vehicle and
or a planet,
unauthorized or unidentified area or a dying planet. Shoots us in the galaxy. We land here in what? Massachusetts? Where'd we land?
Yeah.
Plymouth Rock? I think that's how the story goes, right?
That's what I've read.
That's what I read in history class.
But yeah, we're all
just energy,
space
stars,
dust.
space dust. That's all we are. On a big rock in the sun spinning. Think about it. Oh, don't
think about it too
much.
Because you jump off a building.
Yeah, it will. Because when you're doing your mundane shit, like paying the bills, you might start thinking about all that stuff, and it's not really healthy. It's best to just keep your head down,
focus up,
keep streaming, and level up. Don't help. Don't talk. Don't do. Just stream and level up. But that's great to know.
It is good news.
It's great space pop news.
But they can't make like cookies. Remember the guy made cookies and they sucked.
Busted cookies filled with raisins.
Weird.
We didn't even put raisins in them. They just space raisins. Just like came out of nowhere. These cookies suck. And I'm shorter and uglier than my twin brother. How can I be shorter and uglier than my twin? Because you went to space, dog.
For 2 years.
That's the payoff.
That's the trade-off.
That's what's going to happen to Musk, Branson, and Bezos when they're at a red light. The three of those fucking doofuses in space fighting to get who goes
shrivel up
first.
into little nutsacks.
Shrivel up.
Little space nutsacks.
Fucking people.
They're crazy about it.
They're crazy about space.
All they want to do is get up there.
First.
Well, first, because that way they can fucking claim it and own it, and then charge everyone else to get there.
Yeah. I was here first. Finders keepers. What?
Researchers have found a way to attack plastic pollution.
Oh, that's good.
And create vanilla flavoring in the process. By using genetically engineered bacteria. The research published in the Green Chemistry Journal said the use of the bacteria marks the first, quote, biological upcycling of post-consumer plastic waste into vanillin.
This is the biggest news ever.
Vanillin.
It's got to be fake, right? This is like this is big vanilla. Like
this is big. This is
planted this story.
Deep vanilla, deep state vanilla.
Yeah, this is deep state big vanilla.
Vanillin is an organic compound,
delicious compound
that comes from vanilla abstract, not extract.
Abstract,
and creates the aroma and taste,
the illusion of vanilla.
It can be made synthetically and may be found in cosmetics, ice cream, and soda.
It's got to be.
Researchers used engineered E. coli to turn an acid found in plastic bottles into vanillin.
Wait a minute.
A process that could be used to combat the global plastic waste crisis.
This is
plastic usage has increased over the past 50 years.
It's
estimated that people
we
use
eat
10
it, we
million
drink it,
bags a year,
we
blah,
put it
blah,
on our
blah,
face,
blah, blah.
Yeah. So, but you're telling me that the number one killer of all of us, what I'm holding in my hand, I could give this to the people, and they will turn it into vanilla frosting,
vanilla
essence, aroma
that they can inject,
an abstract injection of vanillin that I could put on a cupcake. Yeah. So it's a win-win, they call that, I think.
I think that's what they call it.
It's a win-win
for us.
And it's a nope because that's a fake and it's a not possible. You know what we do? We take plastic, we turn it into delicious vanilla vegan cupcakes. What? Oh no, I'm sorry. That was just my child being silly at the dinner table and talking gibberish.
Wait. You're telling you gave this to me.
Fuck that. I cut a lot of shit out. I don't believe fucking 90% of it.
It's
Space Pups either. I don't believe any of it.
But the thing about it is, even if it's true, how much vanillin
How many vanilla cupcakes can you eat? How many birthdays can you have? Well, half birthdays? What if we celebrate half birthdays?
Long way.
So little, But the start, Madagascar. I mean, as the world collapses and I can't get my true vanilla,
we'll start
relying back on this.
Make it smell like Bath and Body Works up in here.
This is amazing. We're doing what? We're saving the planet and smelling wonderful. What's the level of carcinogens or forever chemicals in a Bed Bath and Beyonce? No, in a Bath and Body Works. If you were to go to a Bath and Body Works,
how many
permanent
chemicals?
forever cancers are just in there on a sample?
Oh,
on
the
trays. Sample.
Yeah, I mean,
so you're getting the cancer from the lotion.
3-for-1 cancer.
Plus, you put your palm where everyone else put their palm, so you're getting all their. It's just
personal cancers.
Yeah, they're personal germy cancers. So it's good. And then you rub it. Let me put a little on my face. I want to get it close to my eyes, nose, and mouth.
Fuck, man.
Forever. I have 2 places here.
Food places. One
of them started. Well, there's 2. Let me give you the names of these 2 places. I guess first, because they have nothing to do with one another. One started in 1997, and one just started. But one's called Mr. Potato Spread.
Okay.
Mr. Potato Spread. One's called Nothing But Cakes.
Nothing Bunt
Cakes.
There's one down by my house.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You been?
No.
You gotta go.
Why?
It's called Nothing But Cakes.
I mean...
Nothing but... Say it. You said it way better.
Nothing But Cakes.
Excuse me, sir? You said Nothing But Cakes?
For whatever reason in the desert, pun business names are very big.
There's some photographs of that.
So, just say olive... there's...
Fuck.
What's it called? It's an olive oil tasting house, and it's called Olive Me or
Olive Fugard. All fucking stupid. Nothing But Cakes.
Nothing But Cakes.
One thing is certain: perfection is all we offer. Well, and Bun Cakes. You gotta go there. Dog, they have so many different varieties of bundt cakes you didn't even know. They were started in 1997. Just loving it.
It's called All of a Sudden.
Amazing.
And All of a Sudden is directly next door to Honest Tea, TEA, Honest Tea, which is my fucking, where I go for my boba.
Okay, you go for your boba at Honest Tea. Where do you go for your olive oil tastings?
I go to All of a Sudden. And then we take it down to Nothing Bundt Cakes. It's all puns.
Oh, that's
And there's
awesome.
a lot of like sun, like desert sun puns and stuff like that. Anyway.
You got to go to Nothing But Cakes. What about Mr. Potato Spread? Now franchising gourmet baked potatoes.
Why spread?
Mr. Potato Spread.
But what is bread?
Nothing, Mr. Potato Spread. You say it better.
Spread meaning like schmear?
They have one in Jacksonville, Florida, one in Orange Park, Florida.
So it's just a baked potato spot.
It's gourmet baked potatoes. They're franchising right now.
It's not a great
chicken bacon ranch pot, sweet potato veggie pot, cheesesteak pot.
So they just
fajita pot.
Bust the potato open, fill it with fucking
slop. Fill it with slop goop and call it Slop Goop Emporium. Aren't you glad you're at the Slop Goop Emporium? Aren't you glad? Oh yeah, it's an Orange Julius. And in the back of the orange juice, it's a slop goblin. Or what the fuck we said. Mr. Potato Spread?
Slop goblins. Hey, welcome to Slop Goblin. Everyone's favorite gourmet potato spot.
Everyone's favorite club spot. Okay, take your order? Fuck, man. Nothing But Cakes.
It's a
How'd
good
they
name.
do it?
But bundt cakes aren't that popular. That's what I don't understand.
Doug, they've been killing it for nearly a fucking quarter of a century.
It's a great name.
It's a lovely name. What about Mr. Potato Spread?
Terrible name.
Okay.
Also, maybe a copyright violation of some sort?
Definitely getting sued. Don't franchise that.
Don't franchise that. You might want to rethink that. I think it's a great idea.
Slop Goblin?
What about Slop Goblin?
Is anybody trademark Slop Goblin?
Just throwing that into the ring. Consider.
So what is a Slop Goblin? Yeah. Well, it's everything but the kitchen sink. Is that a name? Come on in, guys, to everything but the kitchen sink. What is it? You tell me. You franchise it. You open it. I got something for you. Showtime has given a series order to its long in the works project, the adaptation of the 1980 movie American Gigolo. This will star John Bernthal. We mentioned this on the show before. American Gigolo is a present-day reimagining of the iconic 1980 film. In the original film, Richard Gere plays a male escort in Los Angeles. In this TV adaptation, John Bernthal will take over the role, played by Richard Gere, of Julian Kay. He's introduced 15 years after he's been arrested for murder and struggling to find his footing in the modern-day Los Angeles sex industry, while also seeking the truth about the setup that sent him to prison all those years ago. He's also hoping to reconnect with Michelle, his one true love, played by Gretchen Mol. If you haven't already fallen under the spell of John Bernthal... Now, when I read this is not Jonathan... This is a press release from Gary Levine,
not something I wrote.
The president of Showtime Networks. Gary Levine, Jonathan Larroquette.
And good friend of Jonathan.
Good friend of Jonathan Larroquette. And TV watching partner.
Long-term
TV buddy. So Gary Levine, a.k.a. Jonathan Larroquette, president of Entertainment Showtime Networks. If you haven't already fallen under the spell of John Bernthal, get fucking ready.
Stupid.
You stupid. If you're so stupid you haven't fallen under this fucker's spell, well then fuck off. But also get ready.
What is this premise?
John absolutely owns the screen with his searing, brooding, and vulnerable performance in this contemporary version of American Gigolo.
So he is he's same character?
He's the character from American Gigolo, Julian Kay, Los Angeles sex worker.
Current day, though.
But he's spent the last decade and a half in prison for a murder. I guess he did. Well, of course he didn't commit. He was a setup. So he's got to not only fuck in this new Bacchanalian Los Angeles 2.0 sexual universe, he's got to find out the motherfuckers that sent him to prison. He also has to reconnect with his one true love. That's 3 huge things he has to do.
Is that true love character in the original film?
I don't know. I know Lauren Hutton is the lead. I don't know what if they
maybe that's
a dog.
This sounds like a lot.
So much
murder, sex industry, current day,
love. It's going to be like way too much. Let's just say that.
It's not going to be good.
This brings us back to like how many episodes, how many seasons. So it is true that there are some things that I have stopped. I definitely watched the first season of Ray Donovan because it's Liev Schreiber and they're from like Boston, and it's like I definitely.
Is that the one where his brother's the mayor or whatever?
No,
what was that?
There's brothers the mayor.
There was like a mob brother and a mayor brother, and they're in Boston. No, it's the Aussie actor.
Oh, that was shit. I think that takes place in Rhode Island.
I don't know.
I'll find it. I definitely stopped watching Ray Donovan after maybe 1 or 2 seasons. I don't remember.
Who's his father?
The guy, John Voight, the guy that sort of show ran and produced that is doing.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean,
but did you dip Ray Donovan after this guy left? Is it like did the show get bad after the original?
No, because
a lot of the times it's showrunners leave and then the show kind of goes off the rails.
Because that was a gang of seasons too.
Ray Donovan?
Yeah.
No, it's like
I know they started in L.A. And then I think the last 2 seasons they go to New York because I just see trailers and be like, the show's still fucking on.
And you stopped watching that just because it just was good and then it wasn't good.
It was. I don't know if it was ever good, but it definitely at one point was not good. Like that, I'm going to stand behind until the Donovan heads call.
How dare you?
How dare you? I'm a Voight head. Are you?
Fucking Schreiber.
I'm a Schreiber guy.
Schreiber man. Schreiber. I'm a lifetime.
I'm a lifetime.
How dare you?
How dare you? How many fucking seasons is Ray Donovan? Ray Donovan is 7 fucking seasons.
Yeah.
Holy, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Are you fucking kidding me? 82 episodes. You want to binge that? Would you binge Justified or Donovan?
Donovan.
Okay.
All day.
All day.
What is the stupid show I'm thinking of? It's fucking.
I'm sorry. Can you give me?
What's his name from the OA?
Give me. Can you think of it?
What's the name of the fucking guy?
Brotherhood.
I
typed in TV show Rhode Island crime.
Brotherhood.
Australian is an American crime drama. Irish-American Caffey brothers from Providence, Rhode Island. Tommy, played by Jason Clarke, is a local politician. Michael, played by Jason Isaacs, is a gangster involved with New England's Irish mob.
Who's the other brother?
Jason Clarke.
Jason Clarke is the Australian.
And Jason Isaacs is English?
Is English.
Oh, fuck off. And this is like...
Jason Isaacs is good, though.
You like that Jason Isaacs? Do you love Jason Isaacs or do you love Jason Clarke? Or do you love Jason Bateman? Give me one more, Jason.
Jason Statham.
Thank you. I call him Jay Statham. I've known him forever. This was 2006, 2007, and 2008, 3 seasons. This can't be good. Wow.
It can't be, right?
No.
One of them's like a mobster and the other one's like a
local politician. One's a gangster involved with the New England's Irish mob. I mean, God, it's calling out to me. What? Irish mob? What?
There's definitely some accents.
IRA? Accents?
Everyone sounds like a Kennedy in it.
Yeah, I'll do. Actually, I think Jason Clarke plays, speaking of, you just said Kennedy. Let me just, God, I'm so sorry that we're doing this.
They're both pretty good in it.
He played Ted Kennedy in Chappaquiddick. So they're doing the full, they're going full Chappaquiddick is what they're doing. Man, bad show. Couldn't be good.
Couldn't be good.
So many shows. How do we do it? Golden Age.
Golden age.
Used to have 3 channels.
The other thing is, I think some of these shows that you're talking about, I think maybe they are the last shows that you could bring yourself with a good conscience to still endure watching, and then all of a sudden a year went by and you were like, I can't do this to my life anymore. Does that make sense? That there was maybe this era of time that you're talking about.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's like a threshold of you no longer being able to like suspend your imagination.
In 2006, you could watch this show.
You could hold your breath and be like, all right.
This is a family drama. Yeah.
But
15 years later?
No way, Jose.
Fuck off.
But then now that there was maybe you were like, I can't do this anymore. I can't
do this to myself.
I can't keep up this charade.
I can't do this to my family because I'm locked away in here doing this.
Rotting away here. I'm
rotting away. But man, you and fucking Gary Levine, the president over at Showtime, you guys have similar tastes, TV buddies.
We're gonna watch the premiere together.
God, he's gonna be like brooding.
I'm actually going with him to the.
You guys are going to the premiere
together.
Watch some. Wow, man, just get you on set. Probably like consult. Searing,
sexual, seductive.
Searing, brooding, and vulnerable. See, that's the key.
Whoa, duh.
Anyone, well, not anyone, but some guys can be searing and brooding. But when you bring in a vulnerability to
that's when it really.
That's when you transcend.
That's when it goes.
That's when you go Brando. You go straight Brando. John Branthal. Marlon Bernthal is my favorite actor. He kind of looks got a little brand. He does, doesn't he?
I mean.
Yep. Can you be? That's what I ask when the actors come in. We'll bring in some hunks, some hot bodies, but I ask them point blank.
How vulnerable?
I say, how vulnerable are you?
I can't say the word, but how
vulnerable can you be? And then they all inevitably say to me, repeat that
again.
Repeat that. And then I fuck it up again because I'm so.
No, you say it much better than I do. I can't say it. Vulnerable. Well, that
was
never
good.
Came out.
But you didn't have to put so much
ramp into it.
Hello, actors. How vulnerable can you be?
The city of Columbus, Ohio is trying to declare their downtown Greyhound bus station a public nuisance because the Columbus police have received 1,100 phone calls regarding the station in the past 2 years. The complaint would put more legal pressure on Greyhound to help improve the conditions. The calls are for guns, knives, shootings, stabbings, fistfights, stranger assaults, sexual assaults, robberies, property damage, overdoses, and drug dealing.
How many calls?
1,100 over the last 2 years.
1,100 calls to the police about one spot.
Bitchin' spot.
One bitchin'
depot.
The dopest depot.
The dope depot.
The dope depot.
That must be a fucking
party. And that ain't just on the weekend. That's a 7-day a week, 24/7, because a bus can come in from anywhere at any time. Yeah. And who's getting off that bus?
You never know.
Who the fuck knows?
You're only going to know if you're there.
You're only going to find out when the blade gets pulled. Wow. How's the Greyhound station down in downtown Columbus? It's amazing. My wife and I will we get a bunt cake at Nothing But Cakes, and we park. There's a little spot like across the street. Little hidden safe spot. And we'll just have a bunt cake each, and we just watch
it go down.
We watch it go down. Man, it goes off there.
Seems to go off.
People having little lockers there, people coming in, people going out, shaking, baking, moving, grooving.
Yeah.
Downtown of any city can always be a little exciting.
It's everything.
It's everything you could ask for. But downtown Columbus, Ohio, 1,100 calls in 2 years. What's that about? 500? What's that? 550? 500 calls. I don't know how to break that down. I know we can't do math.
We're not great at it.
That's a lot of calls. If there's only 365 days in a year and there's more than 500 calls, that means every day something goes. Something goes up enough that someone's like, call the police.
Yeah.
If you were somewhere where every day, at least once a day, sometimes twice, sometimes 3, outlier days 5, someone yelled out the phrase, call the police! You'd be like, this job is crazy. Yeah, I take tickets. I work at Greyhound. I work in the ticket booth at Greyhound in downtown Columbus. We called the police 9 times today. What? Yeah, we had a few days it was chill, and then today on Thursday, for some reason, it got crazy. Somebody took those gunshots? Oh man, I'm telling you.
It sounded gunshotty.
Yeah, very gunshotty. Stay in the house. Oh boy. 3. Sounded like someone got off 3. 3 rounds. They got any shooting ranges down in the desert?
Just a couple.
We got to get down there.
Some outdoor, some indoor.
I got to squeeze off some fucking stress, you know?
Sounded a little gunny.
Still haven't done that. Remember when they shut me down because I rolled in solo to the LA Gun Club and they wouldn't let me shoot?
Because they thought you were like a rogue?
Because I was like...
No, they shut you down because you didn't have anything, right? You didn't have ear protection?
No, you can't. You can't go alone. Can't shoot solo.
Why?
Because why are you here alone? I don't know. Maybe I want to practice. Maybe that's because I did that.
So you're saying you can go there alone, but
No,
you weren't allowed?
I can't go there.
We know
at
that
all.
you can't.
There's a picture of me. Like, no, I went there. And I was like, never shot a gun. I'm finally gonna fucking do this and see what everyone gets such a fucking boner about. And they were like, all right, where's do you have anybody with you? Like, you can't show up as a lone person
because so you don't kill yourself?
Yeah.
Which means that they.
It wasn't me doing like my Axl Rose, like, hey man, I'm snaking in. Can I want to fucking squeeze off a little stress, if you know what I mean. And they were like hitting every button, stomping on alarms.
That's a rule. That is a rule that they have learned that they.
Oh, you don't implement a rule like that unless it needs to be implemented.
It's fireworks.
Fireworks.
You heard a little whistle.
Well, I whistle when I shoot.
Because it's like, we're like, next
week
is 4th of July.
In LA, it's 4th
and
of
LA's
July.
like, we don't wear masks anymore.
Yeah,
like,
4th of July is June, July, August.
Fuck. So whack.
Get ready. Get the dogs.
I mean,
hold the dogs.
Why move to the desert? Just because the dogs. 4th of July dogs bought a house in the desert.
Yeah, had to.
The brown-tail moth caterpillar has been seen in multiple counties in Maine. And it is an invasive species found only there and in Cape Cod, where Seth and Marcia horseback every
on
year.
Arabian stallions.
The hairs of the moth contain poison.
Uh-oh.
It can cause a reaction similar to that of poison ivy, according to the Maine Center for Disease Control and Prevention. People are finding them every place, on the ground, on the picnic tables, in the electrical box, on the corner, you name it. Jim Britt, spokesman for the Maine Department of Agriculture, Conservation and Forestry, told the New York Times. The caterpillars are 1.5 inches long, dark brown, with white stripes, and they have 2 orange dots on their backs. The hairs from the caterpillar can go airborne. When they contact a person's skin, they can cause a rash that can last several hours, or for those with sensitive skin, it can last several weeks. If the hairs are inhaled, respiratory distress can be serious, state health officials said.
Happy summer.
Caterpillar hair.
What happened?
Caterpillar lung.
I got it. CL. Yep.
I was on the Cape.
Yeah, I went down to the Cape
to ride the horses with my mom.
Yeah. I had my stallions. I flew them in from Arabia. Whatever. We flew them in. They were expensive. Yeah.
What the fuck is happening here? Somebody out in the street popping these bad boys off?
Maybe like riding by on like a bird scooter, like shooting them off. A skateboard. These young kids on skateboards skating by. I don't know what these kids are up to.
Louder than that.
M80s. What are we dealing with? M100s. What are we dealing with?
I think it's more of a like a tube kind of vibe.
Okay.
Anyway,
a lot to be careful. You got a tick? So a tick got you? No, I got a tick. That was last summer. I got that moth caterpillar. What the fuck you call it? I got
caterpillar
that. Got me good.
East Coast has got all sorts of. You got Lyme disease.
Yeah, you got to put.
Like,
you guys should put like go to Rite Aid, get some of those earplugs, put them in your ears because shit will crawl in there. You got to plug your shit up on the East Coast.
It's got all sorts of fucked up shit like that.
Pandemonium.
I mean, I know that we got our stuff, but I mean, our ticks don't have Lyme disease. I don't know. It just seems
ticks.
bad.
But these things, what's that called? Let me know. Do I need to know about that?
Caterpillar? Lung? With that one?
Got that CL. Like my daddy had it. My granddaddy had it.
The brown tail moth caterpillar.
Keep an eye on it.
They're only in Maine and Cape Cod.
For now.
Until someone brings them out.
Oh, yeah. Jumps in somebody's fucking pocket. Takes the red eye. From fucking Logan into LAX. So, in February, I mentioned that we were talking about that Kid 90, that Soleil Moon Frye documentary, and just offhandedly, I hadn't even seen it yet. I don't think she had, because I had watched a trailer or said something, read an article about it. She's talking about she lost her virginity to Charlie Sheen. When I was listening back to that episode, when I said that, it sounded like, when I heard myself say that, it sounded weird. And I don't know why. If it was like I don't know if it was like,
just sounded like crass
or like with the patriarch. I was like, why does that? But then I was like, it goes for both genders. I like looked that up because I was so weirded out by like, I don't know why, just hearing the phrase, I was like, is it old? But there's no other, I was like, is there another way to say it?
Is it virginity? Is that what you mean?
Lost. The idea that you've lost it. Like I tried to, from everything I was looking up, it applies to both. If it was a male, a boy, or a girl, you'd say like he lost his virginity, she lost her virginity. It's not a, and then there was no other like.
No, there's no alternative.
The alternatives were stupid, like pop, like then they got like crazy, like Papa Cherry, like like whoa, like calm down. I visited the flower shop. I was like on a website, like what is that? Like, so stamp the V card. You did what? So there's no. We think maybe should we come up? Maybe we have to come up with something, or it just is weird, lost, or is it? Did I just hear it?
No, I think lost of virginity sounds like a loss of innocence or something like that.
Maybe gain. Gain something. Gained my essence. Oh, yes. Who did you gain your essence with? Well.
Who did you gain how old were you?
I was 16. What did you gain your essence with?
No.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
No, it's like
so. There's no. But then when I'm looking that up, because I now, but have been thinking about
safe?
It. What?
Were you safe?
Yes.
The first time?
Yes, I used a chic condom. That's what you do. That's how, Jonathan. That's how you have safe sex. Okay. This is 1960.
61.
60. In 1961. I used a lambskin.
No, you used this
a Jimmy hat.
A Jimmy hat.
Safe. Yes. Lovely young woman. We got off the bus because we had to take the bus home from school. That's what you do, right?
Got off the bus.
I can't drive
before you gained your F
Together
skills?
we exited the bus at her bus stop. To go to her home. Mm-hmm. I guess her parents' home would be more appropriate. Certainly, I don't believe she owned this home.
But were her parents home?
Her parents were not home.
In this home that they owned?
They were with us. It was a very safe experience. Her father provided the chic condom.
No, so they weren't home. So you got off, you took the bus, walked from the bus to her home.
Her home. No, again, not her home. I don't think she paid a mortgage.
It is her home.
But we were not paying mortgages on our parents' houses. It was not our houses. We were guests. Anyway.
Was this a school night?
This was a school day. This was the afternoon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you ditched school?
No. School was over. We were taking the school bus. I finished my studies for the day. Handed in all my assignments, and I was like, I'd like to
go have
to gain my I want to gain my essence.
I'd like to go gain my essence now.
You, please.
Bus driver,
I'm gaining essence. Drop us off at the next stop.
You haven't asked me anything about mine because you know.
I know in great detail. It's much more. Yours is very passionate. It's very primal, like the man himself. The surf in the sand. I feel as if I'm
too young.
You were too young.
It's too young.
How old were you?
12.
Very young, rape. Very young.
She was not.
Not 12. No.
Not 12.
No.
No, she wasn't.
No, she was not.
She
was old enough to know better.
No, but in her defense, I lied. Bold-faced lied about my age.
Told her you were 17?
14.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was 16, almost 17.
So she was 17.
She was 17.
She was 17 years old.
I was almost 13.
You were 12 and she was 17.
Yes.
You lied and only gave yourself 2 years,
Yeah.
and that was enough for her.
Yeah.
She couldn't deny.
She wouldn't have fucking cared.
She couldn't deny.
Who knows?
Can I take you back to Us Magazine?
Sure. 26 things
This
you don't know
month,
about
Us
me.
Magazine asked 25 celebrities, do they like Dr. Pepper and do they like to fuck?
How sweet do you like
How
your
sweet
Dr.
do you like
P?
your pepper? And they asked stars when they lost their virginity.
No.
Yeah, they did. You mean when did you gain your essence?
I think you
You mean? Angelina Jolie was 14.
Wait, are you fucking serious?
You know, the emotions, they didn't feel enough. I had to feel closer to him, so I grabbed a knife and I cut him.
Fuck you.
Of course you did. You didn't, but maybe you did. You cut your brother.
When did she give this quote?
She gave it. Talk to Us Magazine.
No, she didn't. There's no way. Angelina Jolie.
Hello, hello. It's Angelina Jolie.
It's Us Weekly. Listen.
Hello, Shiloh. It's Us Weekly. Can you put your mom on the phone? Mom, it's Us Weekly. Hello, Angelina Jolie here. Brad Pitt's ex. How are you? Billy Bob Thornton. What? Blood cut? Yes.
All right.
Daniel Radcliffe. I was 16 to a much older woman. Us Magazine did a little detective work. That was his ex-girlfriend, Amy Byrne, 23 at the time.
All right.
And so she will be arrested when?
All right.
You'll be arrested what? Oh, you're like, oh yeah. Wait, what? You're like, nice.
Sick one.
Sick one, Danny. Like, I'm like trying to fucking track down like Interpol.
Who else?
Scotland Yard? It's Roma. Did you read Us Weekly this week?
Check your inbox. I mailed you a clipping.
She lives in Cornwall, Glengarkenshire, and you got to get her now.
Get him.
Katy Perry, 16. The pop superstar's first time was in the front seat of a Volvo sedan while listening to Jeff Buckley's album Grace.
Interesting. This must have been a big deal because she was also part of like a pretty conservative Christian family. So having sex at 16 must have. I mean, she was out on a limb there.
I love that record so much. She told GQ magazine in 2014. Which magazine? She told GQ or she told Us Weekly?
Who bought
who and bought what? What magazine do I have?
Shiloh. Put your mom on the phone.
It's Us Weekly. Mama! What? If it's your dad, tell him to fuck off.
No, it's Us Weekly.
It's Us Weekly.
I'll be right there.
What do they want? What'd you get? They want to know when you lost your virginity. What does that mean? What'd you get in your essence? Put the phone down. I'll tell them. I love that record. Whenever I hear that record, it reminds me when I was getting that Volvo sedan.
Is she from Santa Barbara or some shit?
Oh, you liked? What do you like? That by the beach.
I
love that. Trying to give that setting. Oh wow. Lost virginity, but that's just it. Maybe that's an agreed upon term, and that's.
But it hasn't. It's only agreed upon because it hasn't.
No one's challenged it.
No one's challenged it, but I believe you have now, and I believe that you're correct. That it sounds. It sounds that as though it's. It's not a loss. It's an achievement.
It's not a loss. It's
you're
a gain,
gaining something.
In essence, I think that's why they call it that.
What? What?
I think that's why they call it gaining an essence. I think.
Speaking of essence, so I'm watching Physical, the new show on Apple.
I'm watching Rose Byrne's new show, Physical, brought to you by Apple. 3 episodes available.
So I'm like. I was talking to my girlfriend. I was just like, somehow we're talking about her. I was like, she's really good. And I was just like, but what has she been in besides the like Glenn Close TV show? Because I mean, that was like a huge show, whatever that was called. Closer? Was that what it was called?
I'll get you. I didn't watch
Closer? Closer. It's like a lawyer thing, but fucking Glenn Close turns out to be like a crazy, powerful demon lawyer woman.
Demon.
They're very good in it together. I only ever watched the first season of it. I thought it was like a movie of the week or like a mini series, and then it turned into like a full show. Is it Closer?
I'll tell you right now.
Closer?
The television show is called Damages.
Damages, thank you.
That ran from 2007 to... God, these are a lot of shows we're going to have to catch up on. That's how many seasons? 5 seasons.
So, anyway, she was like, what, you never saw Bridesmaids? And I was like, no.
You ever saw Bridesmaids?
No. And so I was like, why? Like, why would I watch Bridesmaids?
Super funny.
Well, she was like, because it's super funny. And I was like, really though? And then I was like, and I was like, what, like Girl Trip? She was like, Girl Trip was funny too.
Girl Trip was good.
And I was, cut to me.
And
she finds fucking Girl Trip on the television, puts it on. After we watch 3 episodes of Physical, she fucks off and goes to bed.
And look at you.
Cut to me, 2:30 in the morning.
In your chonies.
In my chonies, tears running down my face at the end of fucking Girl Trip, while I yelled at her from the other room. I was like, I'm fucking crying at this stupid fucking movie. But I had a deep connection to it because, I went to Essence Festival, New Orleans. It all takes place.
It's the hotel I stayed in, the Monteleone.
No shit, I know.
Because of that. I mean, because of the girls. Flossy Posse?
So somehow the Flossy Posse made their way into my life for the first time.
They should.
Because of watching
But you didn't watch Bridesmaids?
Still haven't watched Bridesmaids.
Super funny.
I know. But like
the funniest.
But can I watch it now?
Easily. It's the funniest. Like the funniest.
All right. I just thought maybe I'd missed the opportunity.
No, I think that you might actually be in for
a treat.
A real treat. God, you got some good watching to do. Put on a little Gamora when you want a palate cleanse. Jump on over.
Oh, sorry. The only version she found of it was on FX or some shit.
Oh, so
I had to watch
commercials?
fucking commercials every
Give a fuck, you're in. Who cares?
Stuck watching this dumb fucking...
She laced you out. That's so sweet. Got it for you, locked you in, pieced out, handle it. How's that Physical treating you 3 episodes in?
Fuck you.
I dipped after 1. I was strong. Do I need to go back in?
No.
Okay. You know she's married to one of my favorite actors of all time.
Who's that?
Bobby Cannavale.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. Now that is a fucking... That's like... You're not going to find a better... That's like fucking Richard Burton, Elizabeth Taylor. You ain't going to find a better acting couple than that.
Did they meet on a project?
You know, actors they're temperamental. They meet on set.
Stupid.
Wait, I was watching. We got to break out here.
We're done. Break out.
I was watching a thing on PBS, an American Experience called the Polio Crusade. It was about polio and finding the vaccine and how awful it was and how kids are getting polio and they were talking about how that's how the March of Dimes started in the late 30s. The idea was you could take an envelope, you just write White House on it because it's like, 1938, and you could drop it in the mailbox, put a dime in the envelope, and the idea was they sort of crowdsourced, like, let's ask the American public, we need money to fight this. We got to find a cure. We have to stop this disease. Could you send us in dimes? Can you spare a dime, brother?
So thus,
that's where the March of Dimes comes from.
But
so they were talking about Senate, President Franklin D. Roosevelt, FDR, White House. You could drop a dime, put it in the mailbox, and literally we just get there. So they said they got endless amounts of mail. It was wildly successful. We're gonna fight this. We're gonna save the kids.
You wouldn't have to post. You wouldn't have to pay postage.
No, you gotta pay. Yeah, but you gotta.
Who knows?
I think
that
so.
was
Who
probably
knows?
a
But yeah,
cent
but it's just the
anyway.
idea, like White House, like 1938.
Santa
Here's
Claus.
my dime.
North
It's like,
Pole.
totally. Like Mickey Rooney and Judy Garland, like, what are you doing, Mickey? I'm doing my part. Like, dropping in a dime. Let me put a dime in. And they got like $1.8 million or something. And it, after it took me about 35 minutes to try to convert how many dimes that would be. Jonathan, I've got a legal ledger out and doing zeros on one column and adding one, and literally like 35 minutes later, I'm like, you've got a problem in your brain with numbers, dummy. What is that? How can some people sit at a chalkboard in movies and do like
just do it in
things
their heads
in their
and
head,
shit.
and I've got a legal pad, I'm 50
Like
and
doing
can't
long divisions.
convert. Anyway, they weren't all dimes that they got, obviously, but they got millions of dimes. 10 million dimes is $1 million. So they probably got like 10 million dimes. Like, really annoying way to like,
Terrible.
GoFundMe's much easier. You put it in, you run the debit card, and they can, much harder to ask for like help with this, my child's surgery. I need all dimes. My question, all I could think about is because the whole country rallied to this and sent their dimes in. So obviously when mailmen were like opening up mailboxes and putting in all over the country thousands and thousands of envelopes that just said White House, they were like, you gotta take a fucking audiologist to shake it, know what's in there. How many dimes got pocketed by mailmen in 1938 that were sent to the March of Dimes to save these kids?
Maybe none.
You don't think none?
one.
Like, not a one. I don't think a single dime was pocketed, and that's America.
Not by mailmen. Maybe somebody got to them before. Some kids, riffraff,
Like
riffling
tied a
through
rope to it and
mailboxes
tried
or
to
something.
pull it with some teenagers tied it to a pickup truck and tried to.
No, I'm just saying, just digging through the mailbox the night before the mailman comes to pick it up, kind of thing.
Oh, like how do you
Stealing
get your hand in the mailbox?
Oh, I was thinking about a residence's mailbox. You just put the flag up.
Oh, that's it. It's all like flags up, dimes in, and some little kid just like some little fuck just walking and just like, look at me. I get $1.60, which would be like $2,100. Yeah, like, listen, I got a down payment on an Edsel.
Rented an apartment downtown.
How'd you buy? You're 11 years old. How'd you buy a car? I don't know. It's worked. I mow lawns. Yeah, just walking like a whole street. I can see it right now. The flag's up. You don't think a single mailman stole a single fucking dime.
That's what I'd like to think.
So honest. That's what I like to think. So honest. How many? Okay, let's say
If it happened now?
now
Oh my God.
there's
They wouldn't make it.
there's something like, I don't know, a virus. It kills like 600,000 people, and we have to ask for like some money to.
All you have to do is write
virus fund. Get
White
them.
House.
Get them. White House, DC.
Put $5.
So you have to put DC.
Put a $5 bill in.
You have to put a brand new $10 bill in.
Never.
They would collect maybe $60. 1,800 bucks maybe out of about like 70 million. Could you imagine? A letter carrier pops it open, and there's 41 envelopes that say White House, DC. Get 'em, virus. And this letter carrier knows that it contains, at the very least, one crisp,
at least
$10
one
bill.
untraceable $10 bill.
My God. Did we fight it? We know we didn't get any money. I don't know. No one sent it in. I don't know what happened.
They don't care.
Ooh.
My name's Jonathan Larroquette. This is Oh Yeah Dude, episode number 869. We've been doing this since February of 2006.
How's that possible?
If you would like us to keep doing it, please consider supporting the show. You can go to our Patreon page, pledge to the show. A few bucks a month gives you access to the video episodes, the archived episodes that go all the way back to the beginning.
It gives you peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
It gives you a warm feeling.
Yeah.
What you're saying,
keeps keeps us
I
thriving, alive.
I want these fuckers. I got to keep them thriving and living.
Keeps the show free for everyone else who doesn't do that or can't afford that or anything. Also, we have live shows coming up this summer and fall. Please,
local theater. Get to that theater.
we have ticket links on our website, ohyeahdude.com.
I mean, it's so easy to get in a car and like drive to the theater. You know,
it'll be
because they got MapQuest.
it'll still be fun.
Maybe just go on MapQuest.
Novel to do
hit
that.
driving directions. It says you a start, and then like
And
where
then
you're
hit-
going.
and then you hit print.
So you hit print. Well,
then
first of all, you put in your address.
First thing
Where
you do
you're
is
sitting.
plug your printer into your
Yeah.
computer.
Okay. Let me take
Make
you
sure
back.
you have toner.
Do you have paper? Go to your grandma's. Go say hello to your grandma. Borrow paper. Okay, you get that. Go to Staples. Go to Office Depot. Buy it. It's Hewlett Packard. Get the 62XL tricolor. Put that in.
Now,
Go to MapQuest. Driving directions.
Not
Put in
Map-
your address.
.com.
.com. Put in the address. Well, then look up where the theater is. Find out the address. Type that in.
right?
Pick one of 3 routes.
Or all three, just
Or all
in case.
3. Print out all 3 because you got brand new ink. And then have them ready. And then pray to somebody that there ain't no construction going on all 3
Well, that's why
routes.
you got all 3 routes. So
Just
I mean,
in
at least
case. One's gonna get you
one's
there.
definitely going to have a couple of dips, and
Man.
So come back for 870. Also, yeah, go get tickets for a live show. Those ticket links are on our website, ohyeahdude.com. You can find me on Instagram under my name, Jonathan Larroquette, and also broadcasting on Twitch a couple of days a week, doing more music-focused stuff. Thank you to everybody from here that's been over there and so supportive. We have a Discord, which there is a invite link to on our Patreon page.
Everyone's invited, though, I would assume,
to
this Discord.
Yeah, the Discord everyone's invited to. If you don't,
This is just a way to
it's just
connect.
And it's broken up into
Communicate.
different things. Songs that have been on the show, what episode was this on, that kind of stuff, and then a separate section for the Twitch channel stuff. And so, I mean, you can just kind of go, and if it, it's mostly, introducing yourself, saying hi, community of Oh Yeah Dude heads. But it's an Oh Yeah Dude Discord. My Twitch part is just a one of the other.
Life is an Oh Yeah Dude Discord.
That's what I thought. That's exactly my thoughts. Exactly. And
When's
most
Spotify?
importantly, tell a friend and come back for another
Spotify hit you
episode.
up yet?
Haven't.
They haven't hit you up yet?
They haven't hit me up about this or that.
Nothing yet.
They plugged the show. I mean, they this show's on Spotify. But
how come no
they
execs
didn't-
from Spotify have called you about getting exclusive over there?
I mean, if anything, they would call us, not me.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
But,
Get
like,
exclusive.
Sucks. Somebody should pay us.
Say, hey, baby,
Something.
baby, I want to get exclusive. I'm gonna talk to my people over. What's it called? Spotify? Is that what the kids are into?
Yeah. Somebody should.
Yeah. So,
maybe-
what about?
Well, they put the show up, but they don't pay us for it. So
Can
I
they do
guess
that?
the
Is that
idea
legal?
is that, well, that's what I thought, but I think we could ask them to remove it. But I think the argument is, well, if anything, people are just going to find it and then start listening to your show. So we're doing you a favor, which is why we don't have to pay you.
Isn't that what happened with iTunes?
I don't fucking know, man.
Isn't
But
that
it's
the-
like you have to pay musicians for playing their music a fraction of a fraction.
You
but
got to give them a penny for
here's
every
the thing.
700 streams.
I think the idea is because they're like, fuck you, you already give it away for free to iTunes. So
yeah, fuck off.
basically, we're not going to pay you for something you've already given somebody for free.
You know what I did?
I don't know. I that's the
You know the tiny little Oh Yeah Dude cards I have?
Mm-hmm.
They say on the bottom, it's ohyeahdude.com, and then there was a little space and it said iTunes. I ordered some new ones. I took the iTunes off.
good for you. Fuck
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, you know what it is? I'm handing you a card. I'm saying it's a podcast. I don't need to. You find it. It's okay.
You find it.
You find it. You know.
You figure
Wherever
it out.
you have your own place.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Moo Cards. I really want to thank Moo for what
Thanks,
they've been.
Moo Cards,
Moo, thank you for what
allowing
you've
me
been,
to edit
allowing me to edit my shit.
template.
Took me a while to figure it out, but I did it. It was late, but I
don't know.
figured
It
out.
just seems like it doesn't seem fair.
What that they just sort of
Put your shit up for you for free, and that we're
You're talking
supposed
about
to
iTunes.
anybody. But I'm like,
And they're saying you should be
I'm
thankful.
embellishing the content on your service. And yet you in no way feel obliged to
Even send a thank you.
just to do anything.
Even if an executive at Spotify sent a nice
Hey, thank you.
handwritten letter, hey, thank you, I would be enough.
Please don't say that because we'll
Yeah,
get
get
that
one.
and I'll
Hey,
be fucking
Yeah,
furious.
contractually,
and, like, off the hook.
and by contractually obligated, thank you.
Off the fucking
hook.
Come back for 870
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts.